You serious?
So before we start today's show, I just want to let you know that you can head to howtokillanhour.com and you can check out all the new ways we like to kill time. Also, join our mailing list by going to howtokillanhour.com/news and we will send ways to kill time direct to you.
I am Optimus Prime, sending all messages to Autobots out there. We are here, listening to How to Kill an Hour.
This is How to Kill an Hour. My name is Marcus Bronzy, and on today's show, I am joined by somebody who's just making my whole timeline go like this.
Oi, oi.
Oh man, it's crazy.
Oh wow, is it like that, yeah?
Hubbada. Ooh, yeah. It's a very good friend of mine, Eugene Collins, man. How you doing, sir?
What's going on, Bronzy? You good, man?
I'm very, very good. Great to have you on How to Kill an Hour.
Thank you for inviting me.
I'm just sorry it's taken so long, bruv.
Bruv, it's been way too long, right?
I've known you for long enough time for me to have known better than to have you on the show so late. So first and foremost, I'm just going to apologize for that.
You know what? Sometimes these things, they need to kind of marinate a little bit. You know? You need to let the seasoning just kind of marinate a little bit. So it's all good though, bro. It's all good. I'm here. You're here now. And the response on social media for your character, your most recent portrayal, because Eugene Collins is an actor, by the way, if you haven't gathered that already, has been very interesting. Please, let's just talk about that straight away. Straight away. Why is the internet going insane about this guy? You know what, bro? No idea. No idea. I think, just because of the actual the show. I mean, Age Before Beauty has been getting an amazing response. And of course, the scene where I was kind of introduced was very revealing. It was very revealing, but you know what? We had so much fun doing it. So I'm kind of grateful and humbled by the response. Not for the obvious reasons, but because of the whole acting side of things as well. So it's well received.
I'm just telling you.
You're just putting all those kisses.
Huge. So Age Before Beauty is a show that you're on. What is Age Before Beauty about, please? Because there's like a bit of a premise to this as well. This is like an addition to some previous content, right?
It's kind of similarities due to, from, remember Cutting It back in the day?
Cutting It?
Yeah, Cutting It, like the early 2000s, man.
What was Cutting It about first?
Your kind of romance, drama, divorce, all that kind of stuff. This is kind of similarities or parallels to that as well.
Okay.
So it's kind of the revamped version of it. It's all based in a beauty salon. Again, it's kind of I don't want to say it like it's romance or anything like that. It's a comedy drama. There is a bit of romance, there's divorce, betrayals, all that kind of stuff. Just kind of rolled into one, and it's quite refreshing to see something different on TV nowadays. Apart from, your kind of your detective dramas and stuff like that, where everything's all kind of doom and gloom. Not saying that anything's bad with that, because I enjoy those programs, but it's just refreshing to see something different.
It's lighthearted as well.
Of course, it's easy to follow, and such a great and brilliant cast as well, man.
So at the moment we're recording this, that the first episode's dropped, and we know a bit about Shaq, right? Not the first episode, but the first episode with you in it has dropped, right? So we know a bit about Shaquille, yeah?
Yeah.
So his name's Shaquille, and he's quite big in nature.
Yeah.
So you are officially another big Shaq.
Yeah, you know what? You say it. This is quite funny, actually, because when I actually filmed it, I wasn't that big. Because I came off the back of an injury. Yeah. So when I was, because I bulged a disc in my back. So when I was actually filming it, I was mainly trying to get back into training. Okay. So this was filmed last year. Right. So since then, I've put on like 3 stone since filming it. So,
because when you walked in here, you literally had to step in here sideways.
Sideways, yeah.
I remember you've always been quite athletic, but you are big now. Big. I want to ask you about your routine in a little while, but
let's go for it.
What can we expect from Shaq though in Age Before Beauty?
Shaquille. You know what? He's actually he's just a cool guy, man. He's actually a cool guy. Oh God, here we go. Are we done?
Yeah, we're done.
That last one was you though, isn't it? No sound effects. That was actually you. No, you know what? I can't reveal too much because there is a story that's that's actually going on with Shaquille. But he's a... Well, what do you want to know? What do you want to know?
I want to know how much more of Big Shaq are we going to see?
You're going to see a lot of him. Wow. Yeah. More than what you've actually seen. No, he's... you'll discover why he's there and how he actually fits into the whole storyline of everything that's going on. Because, Age Before Beauty has a lot of subsidiary stories that are going on within it. And that's kind of how I tie in with it. I don't want to give too much away. I'm not saying it's obvious or whatever, but you'll just have to stay tuned for the next 2 episodes.
Okay.
Because I do fit into it quite nicely.
Who do you fit into quite nicely on the show?
Who do I fit into? That'll be telling, bro. That'll be telling, man.
All right. And so, you're an actor. You've been doing this for a while. And what's interesting is before we press record, you told me about 2 really big jobs. We can't talk too much.
No.
Because you're not even allowed to.
I can't.
But something's in the can already. You've already
done it. I've already completed it.
Done it. Yeah, that's exciting. You already completed it. I'll only give 1 clue. That's the only clue I'm giving. Is that too much of a giveaway?
Nah.
It's the only clue I'm giving. Eugene Collins will be on a screen. If you are a listener to How to Kill an Hour, our core audience will definitely be experiencing some Eugene.
Yeah, man. 2019. Like, I've already wrapped one of the projects which I'm doing. So much fun to do, bro.
Yeah.
Like, Jenny, it's something completely different to what I've ever done before. But let's just say, had an amazing time doing what I was doing. And I'm excited for you guys to kind of experience the side of it.
Okay, cool.
It's good fun. And I'm doing a new project. Do you know what? Start next week.
Yeah.
So we go abroad for this. Start next week. And this one should be out later on in the year.
Okay.
So yeah. I'm in a good place at the moment.
Nice.
So, nice. It's good. It's good.
It's quite interesting nowadays. A lot of people really kind of want to know about the route into success, and it's easy to just look at you as Shaquille and be like, right, he must have been doing this for ages, he's made it, but there's a lot of graft that goes behind your craft, right? You're not just like an out of the box kind of actor. You're not like I want to be like me who'll turn up on film sets and the day before be like, Eugene, they want me to cry, bruv. How do I cry?
Oh, those conversations we had, bro. I swear. Those conversations we have. No, you know what, bro? It's the only way that I can explain it is the acting. It's easy. That's the easiest part to it. It's everything around the acting, like the lifestyle you lead outside of the acting is hard because everything is kind of, you got to find something that's going to allow you that flexibility to go to auditions in terms of job wise.
Yeah.
To, keep a roof over your head, food in your belly, bills paid and all that kind of stuff. So the acting, when you get it, is the easy part. It's just life outside of this kind of industry to kind of sustain yourself while, following that passion or dream. So you kind of have to find something with that kind of flexibility to allow you to do it, which is hard, bro. It's hard. And we both know of people who have kind of put their career, their acting or whatever, their creative passion to one side because they have to, get a job to support themselves outside of it. They're doing a job which they don't really want to do.
Yeah.
But that's what they have to do. So
I think, there's some people over the years that we know that have been very, very talented.
Super talented.
That have just said, and you know what, fair enough to them.
Of course.
It's like one thing, I think before we press record, we kind of mentioned it's like, you can almost look at it as trying to do 2 things at once.
Yeah.
Trying to, like, hold down, like you said, roof over your head, career, food in your belly, stay in shape.
Yeah.
That's like one life. And then there's trying to be an entertainer who's willing and able to get out there and perform at almost like, not at any time, but, pretty much, at any time.
Yeah, this industry is kind of, I'm not saying your life can turn, overnight, but you've got to be prepared for if there's an opportunity the same day or the following day that you can go to it. And sometimes, a job outside of this doesn't allow you to do it. They require you to be in work, Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. Whereas ironically, for my profession, like acting wise, that's when a lot of your auditions are.
Yeah.
Between Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, that kind of thing. So you kind of got to juggle the 2. which is difficult. I understand it for people, and some people's desires, are to. Everybody's different.
Yeah.
Some people have different desires.
Yeah, I hear that. I think my desire is always going to be creating something.
Yeah, of course.
To create. I think I love a bit of audio, but I'll do other bits as well.
Yeah?
Yeah, man. Yeah, definitely. I mean, like I said, I've stepped into the acting forum a couple of times. This film that I was in is about to drop next year, but...
do we get like a bum dropping for that one?
You want a bum?
Yeah,
you know the bum for... Come on. I don't...
At least some little sound effects.
All right, so you know the film that I'm in next year.
I know you're gonna dig this. One of those ones.
So the funny all right, I can be real with you, the listener, though, and shout out to Billy in the house as well. I am not a trained like Eugene and I went to university together. And
they were fun times, man. Yeah. We'll keep it as that.
Yeah. You went to uni together, and went to uni together. But I forgot where I was at now. Where was I at?
Movies.
That was it. Movies. Cheers, Bill. That's why I love Bill having Bill here. Movies. So yeah, I got this role, and I've got to be honest, for the audition for it, I had to pick up the phone and call you, didn't I? The first thing I did was I got this audition. You want to do this? You want to do this audition for a film? Yeah, man, I'll do this audition. I've got this. As soon as the phone went down after that conversation, I was like, Eugene,
kind of got to wing it, right?
What the fuck do I do now, bro?
I remember that conversation.
Yeah, man, I think I called you before, during, and after the audition.
You're actually in the audition, saying, he wants me to do this.
You gave me some phenomenal advice that got me on in front of the camera. When the film comes out, we will see what the skill set is like. But
bro, I know you smashed it already. Really?
Nah, the thing is though, I can't, and I feel like I'm an imposter because I know if I get in a room with someone like yourself, you can act. Yeah, you're a proper actor. But I feel like when I come in the room, I'm like trying it. Like, not only am I pretending to be someone, I'm pretending to be someone who's pretended to be someone.
Do you know what? We're all like that though, bro. I mean, the only way I can sum it up is we're all like a swan, do you know what I mean? All calm and serene on the surface, but underneath the water, our legs are going 100 miles an hour, we're all flapping it. So you're no different to myself or anybody else that's in the acting game, especially when it comes to auditions.
But you did study at university though, didn't you?
I did.
So how does that help train you as an actor? And not just necessarily saying to you, listener, you need to go to uni, but maybe study a bit of acting as well, because you still do that as well, don't you?
Yeah.
So anyway, uni first though, yeah.
Yeah, no. So I went to UCLan, studied acting up there. Really good university, actually. There's a few people who are on the circuit and doing big things at the moment who is in the same class with, actually.
Shout out to Mandip Gill.
Do we get a bum drop or something for that one? I know you're gonna dig this. Come on. Got those bums, man. There you go. Shout out to Mandip, I see you.
Yeah, there you go, yeah.
So it kind of gives you tools in terms of, there are so many different acting techniques that are out there. Not one, there's not just one that, is suitable for you. There's so many different acting styles as well. I mean, you look at soaps, then compare, the kind of acting that is portrayed in soaps compared to something that's in a film or a piece of Shakespeare. There's all different styles. So you've got to adapt your acting style to the audition that you're going for. So I guess uni kind of prepares you for that.
Okay. Have you got a specific style of acting you like, method, or are you like...
I feel it more than anything. I guess when I'm reading the script, I see what it's about. I want to say my go-to is Meisner technique.
What is the Meisner technique?
Okay, so you've heard of Stanislavski, right? Okay, so people, you speak about method acting and stuff like that. It's just a branch of that. He was one of the tutors. One of the students of the system.
All right.
You got Lee Strasberg, Meisner, Stella Adler.
They were like the dons of
practitioners of
these techniques.
Stanislavski technique.
What was the Stanislavski? Is this what you're going to teach me now? Yeah, Stanislavski.
In a roundabout way, It's all about drawing from your your emotional experiences of something that may have happened to you in the past. But it's deviated. So those three practitioners, which I've just said, have their own idea of it. So Meisner's more a case of, I think he sums it up with an analogy. He sums up acting as, now I can't remember the actual quote. It's something like the ability to, the ability to something under imaginary circumstances. I'm sorry, it's the ability to something act truthfully under imaginary circumstances. Is that correct?
The ability to imagine oneself in a set of fictional circumstances to envision the consequences of finding oneself.
See, that's what I was looking for.
Well, you were partying at that uni, innit?
Mate, yeah. But it was too many pints,
snake bites.
They are a go-to, man. They are a go-to. Yeah, so that's kind of my method, Meisner technique.
Okay, so what is it like? Break it down. So say you got a role. I'm going to give you a role where you are an action hero. I'm saying that because look the size of you right now. You're like The Rock.
Wow.
You're like an action hero, but you have come from an environment where you've had to show a lot of emotional tendencies, and I don't know, you've had a car crash and you lost your whole family. Should we say?
Okay, so using that as an example.
Yeah.
I've not been in a situation where I've been in a car crash and lost my whole family. So I can't think to myself, oh, what was it like to lose my family? However, my family mean quite a lot to me. They obviously mean a lot to most of us.
Yeah.
So you've got to draw on an experience of where something, or you may have lost a family member, you may have lost your whole family. You've got to imagine yourself losing something that means that much to you.
Right.
So for instance, somebody who's never been in love may not be able to portray or draw on an emotional, I'm not explaining this right. So if you were to play something like being in love and you've never been in love before, you would say that you won't be able to play it truthfully. However, if we all can find something that we're attached to a similar degree, whether you love your PlayStation or you love something quite dearly, a pet or something like that, how would you feel if you lost that? So there's techniques where you imagine losing that and you kind of feel it in its entirety.
I think that's what you did. You gave me something like that when I was doing the film. You gave me a technique.
That was so bad, and people probably listening to this is like, what is this guy talking about? I've not explained it well. Research it. Go on Google.
Google that shit. Google that shit.
YouTube it. Listen to a few people.
I think you gave me a technique because I had to be very sad, and I think you gave me something similar advice where I found something that I can watch that actually invokes an emotion in me, and I watched that prior to the shoot to help kind of align me to that so I could have that in my mind vividly. Yeah,
of course. I mean, there's no right or wrong way to do it. I mean, essentially you go on stage or you go in front of a casting director or whatever, and you just basically act whatever it is you've prepared. Some people have no technique. Sometimes you can overthink it. Fundamentally, it's just finding what works for you.
Cool. Do you think that because of the rise of kind of Netflix and Amazon Prime and all these companies making their own content, there's more work for actors out there now as well?
I like to think so. Certainly with the likes of Netflix and social media as a whole, it's kind of opened up a lot of doors for people who may not have had that opportunity. Because Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all those kind of things can act as a platform for yourself to get out there and showcase what you're able to do. I mean, we've all got phones to whereas we can record ourselves doing something. That's all it takes. And then, with hashtags and stuff, or, sending this footage to casting directors, they can see it directly. Or I know some casting directors who actively look on social media for creative artists, whether it's performers or actors. Yeah. So again, this kind of ties in with there's not just one route that you can take to, especially from the acting point of view, to become an actor.
Right.
You don't necessarily need to go to uni like I did. 3 + 6 is 9, so is 5 + 4. There's many different ways of getting to the same outcome.
Nice remix from Big Shaq.
There you go.
Remix from Shaq. Huge. So yeah, the gym routine, like on a serious note, like you will see, we'll put a picture of there's a picture on your social media of you striking a kind of muscle man pose that we've got to throw out there. You're looking like I don't know. You're looking like an Egyptian concubine. That's what you look like, bruv, because you're wearing some very specific clothing on your bottom half.
There you go.
You know, I don't want to call it a skirt, but it was a, what is it? Like
the idea of a skirt is that you wear something underneath it. So we'll call it a kilt. Kilt.
Okay.
Is that a sound of... There you go. Those sound effects kill me, man. Yeah, so we was kind of messing about behind the scenes, and you know, I just thought I'd just stick something on my social media. Not as a giveaway for what's to come.
Okay.
Right. At the time when I posted it anyway. So
right. Do you think you'd ever go like fully nude and stuff, a film, if it was necessary? Or is that like do you have to think? I guess you have to think about stuff like that, though, don't you?
Yeah. I mean, personally, I wouldn't do it.
Unfair on the rest of the game, innit?
There you go.
Unfair, yeah.
You need like a very big camera as well, just to...
You have to go long screen, not just widescreen. You need a long screen camera. Is that what you're saying? Okay.
No. In all seriousness, it kind of limits to. I'm trying to move away from this swiftly.
Yeah.
It can potentially, limit the jobs that you have, in the future. I like working with kids. So if I was to do something like that, yeah, of course. So if I was to do something like that, that'd be very detrimental to the work that I do with kids. So me personally, that's why I wouldn't do it.
Okay.
I appreciate and respect people that do, but it's not for me.
Okay. Speaking of like physical side of things, though, yeah, like I keep saying, you're in great shape right now. Like you said a couple years ago, you were quite slim. You've always been a very athletic person, but I feel like you have the genetics of a potential bodybuilder in here, because the amount of mass that you can put on, clean mass, is amazing. So like, I know loads of people will kind of see pictures of you and just be like, how did he go from this last year to this now? Clean, like legit as well.
Yeah. It's everything is diet, bro. People don't understand how much diet influences your physique. I mean, you can go down the gym, and we could do the exact same things down the gym.
Yeah.
But if I'm eating more calories than you, I'm going to get bigger than you, if that makes sense. Or if I'm fueling my body differently or right for the training that I'm doing, everything's got to be aligned. The specific training that you want to do, whether it's strength or, mass. For instance, with me, with mass, you have to go into like hypertrophy. So you've got to exhaust the muscles that you work in. Instead of just counting to 10, if you're counting to 10 and just stopping because you've got to 10, then that's not really training properly for what I'm doing. So if it takes, 15, 20 reps or something to actually fatigue the muscles, then that's what I'll get to. If I've got 25 in me, I'll go to 25.
Really?
That's for size, yeah. And then I'm probably eating anywhere between 6,000 and 8,000 calories a day.
What?
Yeah, pizza, man. Pizza's
so you're not eating clean, you're eating dirty then, yeah?
So yeah, I mean, people say clean bulk, dirty bulk. It's a bulk at the end of the day. So you just got to get the calories down you, and then worry about the cardio later.
I can't lie. Yeah, I walk around the corners to catch Eugene to pick him up and bring him into the studio. And
listen, I'm sweating.
The walk up a hill, that wasn't that much of an incline. I got to say, it was like a medium kind of incline on the hill.
Yeah.
I could see you carrying that extra mass up there.
Bro, it was hard, man. It was hard. But no, to go back to your question, we've always been athletic. We've always, been active and whatnot. I have so much respect for bodybuilders, what they put their body through on a strict diet and stuff like that. Personally, that's not me. I wouldn't do it. I'm not saying I couldn't do it. It's just that I've never put myself through that those physical demands and those dieting for however many weeks they do it for, 8, 10, 12, 14 weeks. I just like going to the gym, bro. The last thing I wanted to do was make it seem like a job, to whereas I didn't want to do it anymore. So that's why I do it.
All right. And how much steroids do you take, for the record?
Behave. We've got the BCAAs, creatine, again, all those stuff. My main intake is food. We can take protein shakes and that, but that's just like a quick substitute when I come out of the gym.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that consume a lot of protein shakes unnecessarily when... Like I have shakes, but they're just kind of like there so that 8 in the morning. I'm an early gym goer at 8 in the morning. I don't really want to eat chicken breast. I'm just going to throw a shake back and then go and get some proper food when I can.
Bro, when I came to see today, like this morning, I was having, what did I have?
Talk me through a day of your calories. This would be great.
Daily calories?
Yeah. Talk me through a day of your meals.
So breakfast will be one of three things, right? So I'll either have, all the oats with a scoop of protein shake, berries, bananas, or a banana, I should say. Or I'll go for like bacon and egg sandwich, or full English, something like that.
Or scoff that down.
Yeah, of course. Of course. Or if I'm, not really feeling too hungry, I'll just have like some cereal and toast.
Cereal and toast?
Yeah.
Okay.
Big boy.
Yeah.
And then I just graze. Again, I'm not on a specific diet. All I'm saying is if I get... Okay, so we can talk about calories, but I'm more of the grams, like in terms of protein, carbs, and fats. So I'll try and go from, eating... anywhere between... so as long as I get around about nearly 300 grams of protein, I'll try and go for 600 grams of carbs.
Wow.
And maybe about 150 grams of fat.
Wow.
Yeah, but that's quite basic on an average day. But when I'm really trying to get those calories, as long as I've hit those as a minimum, because I need to be in a surplus, that's my minimum. So everything else is fine.
Does it feel nice eating that much and being and obviously the walking stuff and your cardio goes up?
Bro,
I
like
nice
food,
lifting?
Man. Yeah, I like food. I mean, it definitely fuels body for when you go into the gym. The one thing that I can't do is I can't train in the morning. I really can't train on an empty stomach. I need to have about 3 meals down me before I start training. Yeah. So I try and go for the evening sessions down the gym. Okay. Evening sessions down the gym, and I feel good. I feel strong. I'm coming off the back of another injury at the moment, but that's nothing to do with lifting weights or anything like that. So I'm feeling my way through the gym again, which is good. But yeah, feeling good in terms of lifting. But get me on a cardio or a cross trainer or the step up machine or a Stairmaster, I should say, or treadmill, and nah. It's not good. If there was a zombie apocalypse, then I'll be one of the first to go.
Okay, cool.
I ain't running away from those zombies. I couldn't.
You look like you could just eat them.
Couldn't.
You probably just eat them. That's some good ass calories.
There you go.
So Euge, we're gonna talk about you. We got to drop a uni story first because we did go to university as a little while back. We shared
got amnesia all of a sudden. I can't remember any of these stories.
We shared a flat, man.
We did. Like E9.
You know what, bro?
E9. This is one of those that we spoke about situations like this.
Yeah,
we did. And we spoke about situations like exactly like this, and it's nice to see it come to fruition. Whether that's power of law of attraction or whatnot, we've made it happen, and here we are.
Here we are
doing exactly what we said what we set out to do.
Exactly right. Stories about uni to come, promise. Stick with us though. This is How to Kill an Hour. We like to look at new ways to kill time, and one thing that I've not been on for a long time and quite vocal about on the show that I wasn't really keen on was wearables. Okay. So and I noticed you've actually got the Apple Watch. In fact, it's really funny. Man. We've both got the same kind of Apple Watch. You got the Nike one as well. Of course. The Nike Fit one as well.
Of course.
So, of course. Is it the same color as well?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. So we've both gone I can't remember the name of the colorway, darker colorway. But the Apple Watch, the iWatch, was something that I was really not interested in. I was kind of the school of, if it's not necessary, I don't need it. Like, I get why you'd have a timepiece if it's a fancy piece of jewelry that's like worth 10 grand upwards. But if it does everything my phone does, my phone's still on me. My phone tells the time. Why am I going to need a smartwatch?
Yeah.
So I was quite open. So when I had the opportunity to kind of try Apple Watch, I was kind of like, all right, cool. Yeah, I'll have a go. And I have to say now, I'm kind of converted. I'll be honest. When I say kind of, I'm wearing it right now.
Yeah, of course. Me too.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I jumped on the bandwagon.
Yeah.
I put myself off it for the first 2 series of the watches. Mm-hmm. My initial thought was, okay, so when the first one comes out, obviously there's, bits of, software that they're going to develop and enhance. So instead of getting the first one, I will, there you go. My Apple Watch
going off right now.
Yeah,
it can hear you.
Yeah. Sorry, I can't remember what I was saying. So when the first one came, I'll wait for the second one to see if there's any developments and, read and, look up the reviews and stuff like that. And everyone was singing off the same hymn sheet in regards to, all it is just an extension of your phone. Just notifies you whenever you get like a message or a notification on your phone. Yeah. Just allows you to get it on your wrist. And I was in that band camp or that camp saying, well, if it's not necessary, why get it? But then the third one came out. And it got me, man. It got me with the sense that...
Did you watch the keynote?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they suckered me in. It was like, smell the cheese, bang.
Smell the cheese.
Yeah, right.
Okay, cool.
So, they got they got me with that. And for me, the only reason why I like it is because at the time when I was, again, we were talking about being active. When I was going to the gym, I'd always have my phone in my pocket.
Yeah.
I'd always have my phone in my pocket, and I would either take my phone out the pocket and put it on the floor and risk dropping a dumbbell on it, or, doing all that other stuff that can,
of course,
break your phone. And I like the idea of I can still have the function on my phone without having my phone with me.
Yeah.
So obviously having a Series 3, I've got the cellular one, so I can still make, or make and receive phone calls, still listen to my music, just without having to have my phone in my pocket. So for me, that was kind of like I was sold with that.
Even simple things like just skipping a track.
Of course,
like,
bro.
All right, cool. You can actually use the buttons on your headset. You can also, quickly just look down, skip a track. Yep. Or if you get a message in, you can give a quick reply to it without your music stopping.
Yeah.
It's the one.
But even more than that, like even, when driving and stuff like that, I know you've got sat nav on your phone, which is fine. But with mine, it's connected to my watch. And it will tell me, it will like beep a few times or like vibrate a few times to take a left when a left turn is coming up. So I don't really need to take my attention off the road.
Yeah.
I know that's a very sensible, PC thing to say, like, my phone's on silent and whatnot.
But also when you're walking down the street, like I sent you some directions to meet me, you can just walk down the street. You don't have to take your phone out of your pocket. You just look at your watch if you need to.
I look like a local.
Yeah.
It was like, that guy knows where he's going. He's from around here. All because I didn't need to take my phone out of my pocket.
Trust me. So do you use the activity monitor on it as well? Do you use the...
Not all the time.
Okay.
Not all the time. I do use it, and sometimes I'm like, wow, I actually walked that far today, or wow, I didn't really walk at all. But I tell you what, and one thing which kind of concerned me, I sat in the car the other day, not doing anything. And then I got like a notification saying that my heart rate was like 120.
Yeah,
like, what?
That's a setting that that's designed to prevent heart attack.
Of course.
What were you looking at that time?
I can not divulge that information. Not on your show anyway. Maybe I'll tell you after. Maybe I'll show you.
Okay, so you were in the... Okay. Some action was going on in the car, yeah?
I can neither confirm or deny this information. Oh, here we go.
So that's what was going on in the car? You were stuck in traffic.
Maybe something that... No, I'm joking.
Wow. So yeah, that's actually a setting in it, and it's apparently saved a few lives. So people are sitting there, their hearts racing away, and they get a notification. They call the doc. Doc's like...
Of course.
Yeah.
They've got that Breathe app as well. I don't know if you've used it.
I used it for 20 minutes yesterday. What? 5 minutes times 4. Yeah. And you can basically... I'll let you explain it to the listener. I think it's a great idea.
It's good. Especially, for people who... I don't know. People who may have like anxiety or anything like that. The Breathe app is kind of developed to allow you to bring everything back to your breath. You breathe in, focus your energy on that and just bring yourself back. Because it vibrates or pulsates for you to breathe in and release a breath. But I get mine coming on like 3 times a day. So I don't know if it's a way of saying, Euge, you need to breathe a little bit. Your heart rate's kind of up and down, because my heart rate does do that. I ain't gonna lie.
Just found out.
Yeah.
Depending on the activity you're taking part in.
Yeah, lads, just be careful when you wear your Apple Watch. That's all I'm saying. Dead giveaway.
So yeah, no, I think it's just to remind you to just be to be mindful a few times a day. Man. So like, as well as there's the reminder, because there's these activity rings, aren't there? And that's the activity monitor, and basically you have to complete a certain amount of an action to close a ring. So there's a ring which means you should stand up every once in a while.
Yep.
There's a ring which tells you to exercise. You can set that to amount of exercise, and then a movement one as well. And breathe is not one of the rings per se, but it's part of that process where it reminds you to kind of, as well as being active, it reminds you to be calm and, like you said, take everything back to your breath.
Yeah. And all those, you know, you can adjust whatever your targets are. You know, if your target is to, I don't know, walk 2 miles a day, you can set so that you are achieving those targets. You can set those targets and adjust yourself. But overall, it's a way of, you know, them trying to keep you healthy.
Yeah, man.
And making sure that you're on track of that.
Yeah.
Whether it's, you know, counting calories or the steps that you're taking and et cetera.
And it integrates with all like your I use MyFitnessPal as well to do calories. So it integrates with that as well, which is kind of nice.
Seamlessly. And even down to your wallet as well. Like even coming down today, all, you know, everything is synced with my Apple Watch, so didn't need to get my phone out for my ticket. I could just walk past the barriers and just beep with my watch.
Nice. Do that with your plane tickets as well, can't you?
Everything, bro.
You might not like me for sharing this with you. You know, there's a 30 quid limit on contactless at the moment.
Yeah, there's not with the Apple.
With the Apple Watch set up, there's no limit at all.
I know, it's a good job I've got no money in my bank. It's a good job there is zero in my bank account.
Nice.
But I was quite surprised by that. Really surprised by that, because you would have thought that it's being contactless, they'd, you know, have the same parameters as they did with the cards, but clearly not.
Yeah, indeed. A couple of other apps I've been using. There's one, and this is actually an app you can use on your iPhone as well. You don't need the watch for it, but the watch just helps you negotiate it very easily. It's called Relax Melodies. So it's sleep sounds. So you can pick out of a multitude of sleep sounds, like rain hitting the car roof, you know, wildlife, sea breeze, white noise, being on a plane, you know,
washing machine. Bro, you'd be surprised, man. Listen, when that washing machine goes off.
Are you a washing machine kind of guy?
Washing machine kind of guy.
So, for example, I don't know if that sound effects is on there, but you can pick washing. Is it? Have you got?
It's on one of them. Yeah.
Okay. You can pick washing machine noise, and you can mix it in with a little bit of rain. And then you can have, I don't know, a little bit of like an owl going. Grr, grr. Get me? And even if you're Eugene, you can even add it in with a little bit of as well. If that keeps you going.
Nice.
It's that kind of guy. What else have I used? Like I said, MyFitnessPal helps me stay on top of my calories and just make sure that I'm getting the right amount of food. And let me have a quick look now and see what I've been using recently. Messaging obviously is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because you can reply to message. You can you can record notes back, can't you?
Yeah.
So you can choose whether to send people voice notes back, because if you're in a rush or in a noisy place and you know that the AI isn't really going to pick up what you're saying too well in terms of Siri, like not in all Carnival, I know that Siri ain't really going to be able to commit to that. But if I've got my if I just do a voice note, that's good. What else can you do? Breathe, I saw that.
Uber.
Workout, Uber, that's on.
Yeah,
that's pretty good. Relax Melodies I just used.
Right, I'll be honest.
Yep.
I've got one called Workflow.
Talk to me.
I've not used it. I think I downloaded it like 2 days ago, but just not gone around to actually using the app.
Right. What's it meant to do?
I think it's to do with, oh God, like notes and voice recording.
Yeah.
Everything just. This is really bad.
That's cool, bro. No, that's cool.
It's everything from, you know, being able to log your weight, translate text. It's just everything down into one place.
Okay. Is this an app from Apple?
I'm not too sure. It could be a third party one.
Okay. All right.
But I remember when I was seeing it. This is weird because we've not actually discussed that we're going to be talking about
100%
Apple Watches or anything.
Yeah, 100%
before coming onto the show, but it was something I reviewed the other day when I was free.
It is actually by Apple.
Is it by Apple?
I will check it out. Yes, it's a workflow. So what it does is you can have a combination of actions to mix and match.
Yeah.
Wow, I need to get on this, man. Yeah.
I remember researching it and downloading it, but I've just not got around to using it. So. Sorry, listeners. I can't give you a review on that one.
Okay, so you can basically automate a few things by connecting your favorite apps and services together.
Into one, yeah. consolidates everything.
Awesome. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So it's kind of like if that then this, but for your app. So you can kind of like if one app does this, you can do that. That's pretty cool. So iOS or OS 5 for watches. Obviously, we're talking about the potential Series 4 that's going to come out. There's rumors about that. And the new version of Apple OS is the Watch OS 5.
Okay.
Is going to let you do a few things. So I'll let you see what you think about these. I'll just roll through them. So they're going to let you invite your friends who are also Apple Watch wearers into competition. So we can have a competition to say, right, today I'm going to burn this many calories with activities. I'm going to exercise this much. It's pretty cool. Auto workout detection as well. So when you're walking around now, if you're in your gym area, I believe, and you constantly select weightlifting every single day, if you're in that area again, exercising around that same time of day, your heart rate goes up. It's going to presume that you're doing that gym. So you get workouts that start already. They're going to add a whole bunch of new workouts as well, like, probably like advanced Pilates and hot yoga and stuff like that. A few new running features as well. They've got steps per minute, which is this new metric for indoor and outdoor walks and runs, which is this whole new metric which kind of works out your rate of steps. It's supposed to be this whole new measement to be a much more accurate.
Okay.
Go on.
No, I was going to say like how long it's taking you to achieve those steps.
Yeah, so it kind of lets you, it lets you know that. And also you get this thing called rolling mile pace as well. And it kind of lets you know what your preceding mile and your current pace is at the same time. So I'm not a runner, so I don't really presume I'm going to use it as much. But if you're a runner, that's cool. App called Walkie Talkie, which we're definitely going to use.
Walkie Talkie.
Other OS 5 users, basically, you just touch it and go, hey, what's going on over here? So that works with cellular data and Wi-Fi. That's going to be sick. Podcast app on the watch is cool.
Oh yeah. Are there any good shows to listen to it?
I don't know, man. I don't know. There might be a couple out there still. I don't know. If you're on them, I know that we're going to get a lot of attention, bruv. Siri's got a few updates as well, taking information such as location, heart rate after workout, and it will also give you commute time with maps.
Right.
And Siri will also show you scores from your favorite sports teams as well.
Nice.
Integrating student ID cards and enhanced notifications via third-party apps. Because at the moment, there's certain apps that we all use for messaging or calling or stuff like that aren't supported. So a lot more connectivity for third-party apps.
I was going to say, so it seems like there's a lot of updates coming our way.
Yeah, man. So look forward to that. It's going to be dropping soon. And so yeah, like are you same party as me then? You weren't really on it and now you've kind of got the watch.
I feel naked without it. Like I've got a few other watches which used to be my, my everyday watch or, my going out watch. Now, bro, I just use this all the time.
Really?
Yeah. This is my everyday and my going out watch.
Do you switch up straps yet or are you kind of on that? Because you've got a nice black strap there at the moment. It's a sports strap, but it does look kind of smart still.
I've got quite a unique one. So I've got a parachute cord one as well. So no, genuine. I'm genuinely being serious.
Okay, James Bond. What have you got?
No, so I've not got it on, obviously. Yeah. But it was it's made out of parachute cord, which was from World War II.
What?
It's like being woven into like a bracelet form with the connectors for the actual.
Where'd you get that from?
Your Apple Watch. Well, I got it for my 30th birthday from my sister.
Yeah.
But I'm not too sure where she got that from. And it's got like an engraving as well on it.
Oh, so that's really nice, man.
Yeah. Okay, so when I go out, that's my going out strap.
Because you can switch straps on it quite easy. Yeah, just click off a strap, click on a new strap.
Yeah, same watch, different strap.
Okay.
There you go. So it's nice because, like I say, it's got a bit of history to it. So,
okay.
And it's one of those that you can use in an emergency as well. Mm-hmm. So I don't know, say if the roof rack fell off your car or something like that, you can use that parachute cord to tie it back together. I'm just saying. Multi-purpose.
So, all right. So what would you want from the next generation of the Apple Watch then? What would you like?
As it stands at the moment, there's nothing where I'm thinking to myself, I'm missing from this watch. However, what's the deal with the Instagram thing, man? Because they took off Instagram, isn't it?
Yeah.
So maybe they can bring back that, but just enhance it a little bit. Because I think before you could only use or like scroll down like 10 photos or something. So maybe they can make some kind of interface to whereas it's like your phone, but on this, reply to messages or reply to maybe your messages or comment or like or whatever.
Hopefully we get that with the third-party apps. That would be good.
Maybe, yeah.
Hopefully you get more of that. Yeah, I agree. I'd like a few more app integrations, but to be fair, there's so much. I'm still taking it
That's
all
what I mean. That's what I mean. I've not kind of discovered everything about this watch yet, even though I've had it for, when it first came out, so however long that is. But I'm happy with it.
How long do you think till we kind of do away with our phones and we've just got the watch?
I don't know, because I feel lost without my phone. Yeah. There's only so much you can do with the watch just because of how small it is in terms of, I wouldn't really send an email off my watch.
Okay, right.
I wouldn't really browse the internet on my watch. The screen's too small.
Okay, screen's too small. Screen's too small for the.
Let's get it.
Okay, cool. What would I mean? I think with all devices now, I just love better battery because I would love to have not like. To be fair, I mean, battery on a watch pretty cool, lasts all day. I throw it on the charge every night. I don't really think about it, but I just wouldn't mind all of my devices having a battery that would last. I don't know. I'd like a couple of days. Wouldn't it be good to just not think about charging your phone at all? Because obviously there's a lot more connectivity if you're using your watch a lot with your phone.
Yeah.
And you haven't got the cellular because you're in the UK. There's only one provider that's giving you cellular, and you've got your Bluetooth headphones. There's a lot of it,
everything
of juice that gets worn out, like used. Do you know what I mean?
But it feels like the battery just depreciates. Every month or so. So a full charge isn't really giving you a full charge, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So if the battery's had a bit more durability to it, or lifespan to it, that'd be great.
All right. Cool. So before we get out of there, Euge, two things.
Okay.
How can we find you on social media?
Social media, it's simple. Just type in my name, man. Eugene Collins.
Eugene Collins.
Eugene Pierre Taliesin Collins. But that's my full name. That's my full name.
EPT.
Yeah, man. Just Eugene Collins on all platforms.
Okay.
Instagram, Twitter. I'm not really I'm on Facebook, but I don't really use it. It's just an extension of my Instagram, really. Like, I'll just repost things that I've put into.
Yeah. Insta's where it's at now, isn't it?
Insta's where, for me, Insta.
Summer 2018 is Insta's. Insta's summer,
Yeah. My life in pictures, I guess. Yeah. But that's how you find me, man. So Eugene Collins on both Twitter and Instagram.
Okay. And one more thing before we go, university, man. What can we share about you? I mean, we met both went to uni. We met each other in our first year. We were staying in different halls, but I feel like we became mates by Christmas.
We did. Easy. It was Carnage, wasn't it?
Carnage. Oh yeah. So Carnage was a student event, which I don't think they run anymore. In UCLan, where it's
for
like
good reasons as well.
It's like
that hangover was so bad. I wouldn't wish that upon anybody.
A&E must have been prepared for the amount of paralytics that rolled in. So it was like a massive pub crawl with a t-shirt. And you had to tick off every time you went to a pub, but it had other things like that you ticked off, like pull somebody, swap t-shirts with somebody.
I can't remember half of them, bro.
But people just got absolutely ruined.
It was called Carnage for a reason.
Yes, it was Carnage.
Yeah.
I think emails went out saying, when you go to Carnage, be careful. Uni, It
was like he was going to war or something like that. Like, it was Carnage. So that's how we became friends. The rest is history, man. It was. We've remained like good friends, really good friends.
Yeah, you shared a flat together, man.
We did.
Second to third year. Yeah, shout out to Chris from our flat as well.
Do you know what? I think that's a story we could share.
Yeah, Chris brought endless enjoyment to us. He was just the most entertaining flatmate.
Of course, without even trying.
Yeah,
he was just so comical as a character. Shout out to Chris. If he's, do you know what? I don't know where. I think he's in Italy at the moment.
Is it? Shout out to Chris, who moved into our flat before we did and messed up the place
before we could.
Yeah, so we got into our fresh apartment thinking rolled into second, because you know what we did? We actually went for a very prestige set of apartments.
We did. We got
in Preston, the penthouse.
Yeah, the penthouse
apartments with our own ensuite dishwasher.
There you go.
Students with dishwashers. I don't know about you nowadays, but students with dishwashers is a lavish lifestyle.
You know what? All my money went there, man. Lived in a nice apartment, but I couldn't eat.
No food in the fridge.
There you go.
No food in the fridge.
Lived in a nice apartment.
It was good, man.
No, it was good.
But Chris was funny though, because he was just quiet. He was very Chris, but he was shit at computer games.
That's what I was going to say, like Mario Kart.
We had the old school N64 in the apartment with Mario Kart.
We did.
Loaded in it, and we'd jam that game to
every
death.
time we'd play it, it'd be me, you, Ian, Luke, and then Chris would roll in.
Yeah.
Chris would always give it the big talk about how he was going to do this and do this. This guy finished last every single time. And even on the last lap, he could be winning. He could be nearly lapping us, and he'd still find a way of finishing last.
And we'd do stuff to rub it in. Like, we'd finish the game like 2 minutes before he'd finish, and then we'd go and make a slice of toast or try and make a cup of tea and come back and sip it before he finished his actual laps. And wasn't there reading weeks or something where we went away for a few weeks? So we have at uni as reading weeks,
yeah, it's like half term in it.
As Eugene called it, in his course of acting, holiday, because you lot didn't do any reading.
I didn't need to.
Didn't need to, but 2 weeks. But yeah, like 2 weeks after we all had reading week, we'd all gone home for a little while, come back, or reading weeks. Chris was in the flat with the N64 on prime,
practicing,
looking at us. He'd be like, "Right, guys,
I'm ready.
I've been on it for a few weeks. I'm gonna batter you."
You're cracking his knuckles and everything like that.
He's warming up. He's like, "I tell you what, I'll put the kettle on and I'll make the teas and bring them over to you before you even finish your first lap."
Yeah, we didn't even put down our bags or anything, like our suitcase or anything. Like, just all right, come, let's go. Be playing it like I'm the best.
and ended up just battering Chris straight away, casually. Poor Chris. If you're listening to this, Chris, I'll do it again.
We miss you, man.
Even if you train right now, I'm ready for you, Chris. At any point.
We need to get a few games on the go, Chris.
100%.
Do you reckon he's practicing like right now?
Right now, he's practicing on the Switch.
Oh yeah. You know what?
What, you want me to give you a quick brush in now?
Nah. The Switch, man.
Yeah.
That filming Age Before Beauty, that thing kept us going.
Really?
Yeah, bro. I'm not saying it by any means kept us going. I'm not saying that by any means, but it was we had so many good memories with that.
What were you playing? Oh, sorry. Yeah, go on.
No, I was going to say shouts to Arnold Ochieng, because he brought that in and that just kept us going, man. Right. But
what were you playing on?
Mario Kart.
Now,
it has to be done. Has to be done.
And what do you think about the fact you can just pop off the controllers and share them?
So good. Graphics on it are wicked as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, he's a cool bro. I want to give him a shout out too. So because he's definitely a motivation for a lot of people out there.
Yeah, he's been around for a long time, man.
He has, man.
Grange Hill days.
Of course. Yeah. So shouts to him, man. And nice to see that he's doing well and doing his thing.
Yeah, man.
Inspiring people.
Probably have to bring him over on the show as well, man.
Definitely, bro. Definitely, he's good people.
So yeah, thanks for sharing that. We were neighbours at uni as well. Even when we moved out, we ended up living next to each other.
Even when we finished uni, we were living together.
Yeah.
Bruv, yeah. We so second year, third year, a year after, what was it, 2 years after?
Is a year after uni when we stuck around in that city for a little while, and we stayed at the mill.
We did. Centenary Mill.
Hey.
If walls could talk. No, I'm joking. It wasn't.
Yeah, it was lit. It's like a converted mill, but it's like into apartments, and it was hilarious.
You had the nicer one though, because I was, what would you call it?
South facing or something?
I think you had the south facing one because you had the sun near the full day, whereas like me, mine was like, it was like
it's always cold.
Like Moscow. Yeah. Even in the summer, man, like I had no sun throughout the whole day.
Yeah, our place was always hot.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, one story that we can tell actually about uni was a certain flatmate of ours always used to leave his bedroom door open.
Let's not tell any of those stories. we can't. I know we haven't got to keep it PG, but there's some things which...
No, I think we can tell this story. So as a practical joke, he'd like go downstairs or he'd go out of the room.
This is you telling the story, by the way.
And Eugene would be like, Marcus.
Why have you got to incriminate me? Why have you got to incriminate me?
Luke's left his room. And we'd proceed to go and take a shit in Luke's toilet.
Oh, okay.
And not flush it. But it's like we'd wait there in the flat.
He brought a girl back before, didn't he? He brought a girl back before.
There was a time we ate the whole bag of monkey nuts.
Yeah.
So there were these. I
think that was the same time.
Yeah, that was it. He had a kilogram bag of monkey nuts. Like it was enormous, and he ate all of the nuts.
Yeah.
But he put the shells back into the bag. So at the end of his monkey nut feast, he had this like pillow-sized bag of nuts that he just parked it next to his bed, and he had a date.
Yeah.
A girl that was coming over, and the walk from our apartment door to the front of our apartments. You had to go downstairs, across a car park, down a few corridors. That took about 3 or 4 minutes there.
But we could see when he was coming.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he was like, "Oh, I've got my date now, guys. I've tidied up my room. Everything's
so
good to go."
Because this guy this guy was one of the messiest guys. So him saying he cleaned up his room was like a massive achievement.
Yeah.
I literally saw the floor
for the first time
in months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when he went down,
he got the Glade and everything.
Got the Glade out, sprayed it. But it was a waste of time because when he was making that 6-minute round trip down, Eugene and I got into his room and undid
everything.
all of the tidying. So it was like, you got the laundry. You got the laundry basket.
We just basically put his room back to how it was.
you peeled back his duvet.
Why me? Why are you saying that I did this?
We pulled back his duvet cover and poured the shells of the monkey nuts all over the bed, and then put the sheet back over the bed. Then obviously curled one off in his toilet. I don't know how we did that so quick, but we did. Made sure to put the paper around the side so the doo-doo was just gleaming out and looking up at him. And then we ran into the kitchen, which his room was next to.
Carried on playing
Mario Kart.
Yeah. It was like one of those, he's walked in the door, you just heard, fuck's sake. He didn't even challenge it or anything. He didn't even go, Marcus, just fuck's sake. And the girl's just there like, what's that smell? Oh, God.
I don't think she went to the... Did she not go to the bathroom?
I don't think he saw her again. I don't even think she went into his room. She just came out of his room. Yeah.
I think he said she did sit down on the bed slowly and all he heard was... from the monkey nuts.
Shout out to Luke as well, man. I miss that guy. We need to touch base soon.
Yeah. Good story.
Because all the stories that get us like this are with Luke.
He was that university guy that was always getting up to just something hilarious.
Yeah, man.
Hilarious. But yeah, no, thanks for coming down the show,
I think
man.
that story was leading to something.
Probably.
Standing, sitting.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay,
there you go.
So.
I've been listening.
Right. So, Euge, we need to... I feel like we need to take this more seriously, this whole situation, because...
I'm ready.
I feel like we're a split. I
can't see how it's split. I really can't see how it's split.
Huge.
Yeah.
We've been asking this question for a while. The UK has been split.
I have no idea how.
When you go to the bathroom and you curl one off, a good number 2.
Post gym.
What?
Post gym.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Was it that after the protein shake?
Yeah, protein one.
Yeah, what? The protein shit? Best shit ever, right? That's a good shit, isn't it? That's a clear out. So you just taking your protein shit. It's time to wipe. Do you stay seated as you wipe? Or do you stand up?
I can't trust anybody that stands up when wiping. I don't know anybody or why anybody would stand up wiping, bro. You've got to remain seated at all times. You can't stand up and wipe. Why would anyone stand up and wipe?
I got to break it down to you, bro.
You stand up and wipe, don't you?
No, I'm a sitter.
Oh, okay.
I'm a sitter when I'm a shitter.
Okay.
Did you know that standers existed until we started having these conversations?
I thought they were like unicorns. I didn't think they were real.
I didn't even realize this was a thing.
But apparently it's a big thing as well. Like you said, it's split almost like 50-50.
It's like a religion. People do not know lot of life existing any other way.
They're the kind of people that pour the milk before the cereal.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that so?
Surely.
I mean, I'm just trying to say, you're in a room with somebody who
they're like Tottenham supporters.
Who may
I'm joking.
You're in the room with somebody who may or may not be a stander. I mean, you didn't shake hands with him on the way in.
I'm kind of glad. I'm kind of glad.
This was a throwaway comment. This was months ago with me, Nick, and Marcus on a podcast with this throwaway comment, and this is Marcus has taken this and ran with it.
Wow.
Done about 2 marathons now.
Bruv, you know what they say though? Money talks, but bullshit runs marathons. So yeah, man. So
I'm a sitter, bro.
You're officially a sitter every single time.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I mean, we've had a couple of people that are hybrid, like they do a stand sit squat. We've heard
a squat. Maybe if you're in a public toilet and you're actually squatting originally because you don't really want to sit on the side and you know all that other good stuff. But I'm a sitter, bro.
Yeah. What about when you're going for a pee? You're not the kind of guy that lets your trousers drop around your ankles, are they?
Don't tell me you do that.
No. I don't do that.
No. Okay.
Oh man, well, Eugene, thank you very much for coming on the show, man. Age Before Beauty out now.
Yep.
Please, we're going to get you back on the show to talk about the project that you really couldn't talk about. We weren't allowed to say anything about it. Like I said, the only hint we can give you is I don't even know if I can give you.
I don't even think it will be a hint anyway. I don't even think that's a hint. But
nah, it's good.
Okay.
Just trying to stop you getting in trouble before it drops. You get me? I mean, I could say that it's actually. But please, no, we'll have you back on the show to talk about that. And
Marcus, thank you so much for inviting me down here, man. It's been emotional.
Thank you very much. All the ladies that have been wondering, you know, what the real Shaq is like, what the real Shaquille is like. Now you know.
He's just the average guy trying to make it through the day and have fun. That's
okay, cool. And if you want to have fun, please go to Eugene Collins. Thanks for coming on the show, man. Plenty of ways to kill some time out there. Don't forget to go to howtokillanhour.com/news to join our mailing list, where we'll send you a picture of Eugene wearing his leather kilt.
What?
I've been Marcus Bronzy.
And I've been Eugene Collins.
Plenty of ways to kill some time out there. Thank you for killing some time with us.
Hubba hubba.